Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to speak about the main differences between ionic and covalent bonds. Let's get started. Before speaking about the differences, we need to highlight some of the similarities. The first similarity is that both ionic and covalent bonds are formed between atoms. So we can call them intramolecular forces because they are formed within the molecule between the atoms. But when those atoms are losing or gaining electrons to make positive and negative ions, they would form ionic bonds. But when the atoms are sharing electrons, then they are making covalent bonds. So we don't have ions in the covalent bond, but we have positive and negative ions for the formation of ionic bonding. And I will speak later about why I'm calling it ionic bonding, not bond. Next, we have the electrostatic attraction. Both of them are electrostatic attractions. What's meant by electrostatic attractions again? It is the attraction between oppositely charged species. What are those species? They are different because in the ionic bonding, they could be positive ion and negative ions. So we have here positive ions and negative ions in the ionic bonding. But in the covalent bonds, they are not positive and negative ions. There are no ions in the covalent. But what kind of electrostatic attraction or what kind of species are they here in the covalent bond? They are negatively charged electrons, they share the electrons, and the nucleus, the nuclei of the atoms making this covalent bond. And as all of us know, the nucleus is positive because of the protons, After that, we have to realize that in the ionic bonding, or here the structure is called lattice structure. We don't have molecules. Ionic bonding are, as you can see here, electrostatic attraction between ions, positive and negative ions, and this is making what we call lattice structure, crystal lattice structure or lattice structure. For that reason, we call the ionic or the type of bonds that are formed between positive and negative ions ionic bonding, because we have a giant lattice structure. Here in the covalent bonds, we have molecules. The molecules are formed because of the covalent bond. So you need to be careful. Never call an ionic compound an ionic molecule. This will be wrong. Okay. In the molecules, we have simple molecules like hydrogen, oxygen, or even sugar molecule, or we have giant molecules like diamond, graphite, and graphene.